So what I want to talk to you about in this little video is how that the blood pressure receptors, so our pressure receptors that also sit in the wall of the carotid arteries, how they might affect, and they also sit in the wall of the aorta, how they might affect your blood flow. So again, this is on page 78 if you want to follow with me. So if you have an increased blood pressure, there are specific blood pressure receptors that are going to send increased messages from themselves to up to the medulla oblongata. When the medulla oblongata receives these messages, excuse me, they're going to send a message via the parasympathetic nervous system to the sinoatrial nerve. This time, not the sympathetic nervous system. This time, it's along the parasympathetic nervous system. So what that's going to do is that's going to cause the heart rate to decrease. It's going to slow down the SA node. It's going to slow down the signals that are sent. Okay, that can be if you get stressed, and that can increase your heart rate, but then so your body will respond to that extra stress to then try to calm you back down. So you notice this increased heart, this pressure increase. Okay, now and then to reduce the pressure and therefore the damage that might cause to your heart, because extra increased pressure can have a long-lasting and a problem that might cause your heart. So that's why in GCSE we taught you about how blood pressure was one of the main contributing factors to heart disease, because the damage that the pressure can do to your heart and on the valves. Okay, so our body would respond to increasing heart blood pressure to try and reduce that by reducing the heart rate. But when it returns back to, so when the blood pressure returns back to normal from slowing back down, the pressure receptors transmit impulses to medulla oblongata that increases the heart rate. Okay, this sends via the sympathetic nervous system. Okay, so when we want to increase, it goes to the sympathetic nervous system. Okay, so when the blood pressure receptors transmit more nervous impulses to the center of the medulla oblongata, that increases heart rate. Okay, so when it goes back to normal, and then the heart rate's increased because it goes to the sinoatrial node via the sympathetic nervous system. Okay, so when we we go to the parasympathetic nerve, that's the heart rate is increased, and we want to, if the heart rate is then decreased after that, therefore the blood pressure will go down, and our body will respond to that by sending it to increase it. So this there'll be this continual change between the sympathetic and parasympathetic depending on the blood pressure of our heart, but at the same time our heart increasing if we are exercising more and causing more carbon dioxide and having the chemoreceptor sending it. So there's a fine balance. Now obviously if we are fit enough and healthy enough, we can increase our rate whilst having a decreased blood pressure. But if we have heart disease, there's a problem. So therefore, if you've got heart disease, doing exercise can be a real damaging, a real problem. Okay. So hopefully that'll be enough to go through that section of it.